listening to the Habit Hacked Podcast, where you learn to mindfully leverage your habits to create the life you actually want. Get ready to elevate your vision, take real action, and reap the rewards. And now your hosts, Chad Fowers and Alex Engar.
Hey, welcome to the Habit Hacked Podcast. We're back today with an awesome guest interview. We've got Greg Todd, physical therapist, and basically genius of online marketing, social media outreach. This guy has done it all, and we're so happy to have him on here today. Greg, thank you so much for joining us, man.
My pleasure, guys. My pleasure. You want to know something? I've been up all night. I've been doing Medicare billing for my company, and it's like pain. It's like running a marathon. You know what I mean? And I feel like I'm at mile 23, and this was like my water and beer break. Like I've been waiting for. I'm delirious. I'm just like, oh my god! All right, let's do this podcast interview. This is gonna be fun. So go ahead. I'm sorry. I'm just delirious right now, guys. Go ahead.
Oh, we love it. We love it. Thank you so much for being on mile 23 and a half here with us then. Plays in well to our theme today.
That's right. Awesome.
So true. Yeah, we're on mile 26 then if you're on mile 23, because we're really excited for this interview and we're really excited to have you on the show. So thanks for coming.
My pleasure, guys. My pleasure.
So, Greg, let's jump right into it. Our focus on the Habit Hacked Podcast is understanding the kind of underlying habits and mindsets of people and how they accomplish big things. So we wanted to start off with a question, and it's especially pertinent maybe today. What does your daily routine look like that allows you to accomplish so freaking much?
The first thing that happens is when I get up, I go to the bathroom. That's not the important thing. But the next thing is I look in the mirror, guys. I look in the mirror and I say 3 things that I'm currently thankful for. And I make sure that it's not the same 3 things every day. And what that has done is that has put me in a state of gratitude, like before I even start my day. So people ask me, how is it that you're able to get on live streams so early in the morning? It's because I've done that. That is just a habit that I've created that has put me, no matter what's going on in my life, no matter what, it really doesn't matter. It has put me in a state of gratefulness, in a state of gratitude. And I think, I have a lot of other habits, but that's the one habit that has allowed me to always push forward because I realize that I really don't have life that bad.
That is so cool. I love the answer that you provided. Honestly, gratitude is one of those things that a lot of people miss when they're going for their goals. They're just trying to hustle. They're just trying to get out there and do everything they can, work as hard as they can. And it almost seems like kind of a side note to be grateful for where you're at. Be grateful for the experiences you've had, and that's honestly one of the things that I've seen in my life too. Is that gratefulness really does contribute to your overall mindset and where you're able to get to.
Yeah, you know what's so funny? It's like you have these dreams and these visions of doing these amazing things and achieving these things, right? And then there's obviously rewards when you achieve certain things, right? You know, the houses, the cars, the this, the that, and all the other stuff. And you really believe, like you, at least for me, I really believe that is what I was searching for. But what I've realized is that it was the journey. It was the journey that was actually the funnest. That like the challenges and being able to, wow, like I did that. Holy crap, I got through that. And when you are put in that state, you can actually embrace it during the time. Does that make sense, guys? You can embrace it during the time. So for me, and I know we'll get into this in a bit, but it's been a journey to get to where I'm at today, right? But I think what has been the key for me that most people don't get is that I've enjoyed the whole thing. I've enjoyed it. And I think it's because I've always been a grateful guy.
That is so cool. I really like that. And I think too many people probably end up giving up on their goals. You see people give up all the time, and it's because they don't find the gratification, like you said, in the journey. They don't find that. They're looking for that end result, that car, that house, whatever it is that they're going after, and they don't see that quick enough, and so they give up, right? And so I think that, like you said, like the gratitude does help you get that satisfaction throughout the journey to keep going to see the end results eventually.
Right. And you know something, I think also the universe, God, universe, whatever you want to call it, has a way of um, weeding those people out because they weren't doing it for the right reasons anyway.
Right.
You know what
Yeah.
I mean? I truly believe that hard work, um, being in a state of gratitude, blessing other people, I believe that money is just God saying, job well done, but knowing that you're going to do something with it. You know, if your intentions aren't right, okay, if your intentions aren't right and you're just shooting after those things, well, the truth is that even if you get these amazing things, you're not going to do anything good with it. You're just going to consume, right? I mean, so
Yeah.
at the end of the day, in this world, we just have consumers and we have contributors, right? I mean, that's really all we have. And so if you're just going to consume, the universe just weeds you out. It just weeds you out, understanding that we can't give you too much because you're not going to do anything with it anyways, right? But for the contributors, like those people get a lot because yes, they might use some of it, but they're going to give back more. And I believe if you're not in that state of gratitude and you don't have that entitlement, thing hovering around you, you just want to give because you understand that you came into this world with nothing and you're going to leave with nothing. So all you got is memories in the middle of what you've done to make the world better.
So, Greg, I've got a question. You're at the point in your life where you are a producer. You've definitely moved past that realm of just absorbing from society and you are contributing full on. Where for you was that switch between taking in information and saying, heck, I'm just going to go out there and put myself out there. I'm going to start producing. Where was that shift for you? I don't know. Maybe you were born with that gift, but where for you was the beginning of that? How did you get over that initial fear and that initial resistance?
Um, I mean, I always feel like I've been a contributor in some sort. I was obviously much more of a consumer than I was a contributor. But I do think that when I became a physical therapist at year 3, year 4, I really started to realize that I could do more than just what uh, the typical PT way was. And I knew that I wanted to contribute more. I was I'm a relationship guy. Alex, we met at CSM, and I'm sure maybe you were a little intimidated to kind of come up to me maybe in the beginning, but you realize that like if you're excited to see me, I'm excited to see you, and I like to build relationships. I'd rather have 100 deep relationships than 1,000 shallow ones. So I realized around that year 3, 4 mark, it wasn't going to work like that in like the typical PT way. So I realized then that, man, I could contribute more. Like I could do more, but I got to get out of the establishment in the way that they're telling me to do it at this corporation, which worked fine for them, right? Because that's their business model and whatnot. But I realized I could do more there. So I think that was the first time that I got it. I think the second time was when I started getting into social media and I realized that like I could read a motivational quote or devotional from my Bible or something, and like I can put it on social media because I just thought it was a really cool quote. You know what I mean? That could help people.
Yeah.
Like maybe one person would see it, and then I'd see like 35 people would like it. I'm like, what? Wait, all it took me was 3 seconds to like copy and paste that, and 35 people got a hold of it. And so I think social media really just took that to the next level as well.
That's really great. I really like that. I think that a key takeaway that I've already got from this interview is to be grateful and look for ways to increase your influence, increase um, your mark on the world by using your resources, by really um, having a desire in your heart to do better, to
Right.
help the world, to change the world. So that's really cool. I really like that.
You are going to be, I mean, what are we here for, man? We're here to contribute. We're here to use whatever gifts we have then people say to me, well, Greg, I don't have gifts like you. It's like, well, no, that's not true. I was like, you have stories. Hey, how old are you guys?
I'm 29.
You're
And I'm
29.
26.
You're 26. So one person on this podcast has 29 years of experiences, personal experiences that I don't have, right? Personal experience that I
Yeah.
don't have. And then we have another person on this podcast that has 26 years of experiences that I don't have. And that right there is your gift. That's your gift. And both of you are in PT school or finishing PT school. Like where you at?
I'm a PT. Chad is not. So I'm 3 months away from graduating.
Okay, you're 3 months away from graduating. And Chad?
And I'm doing an entrepreneurship degree.
Okay.
My undergrad right now.
Okay. So let's kind of paint this real quick. Okay. When I was telling somebody this the other day. So I've been a PT for 16 years. So I'm both of you. I'm a PT and I'm an entrepreneur. Right?
That's
Okay.
right.
All right.
That's
Okay.
right.
Okay. Perfect. So let's talk about this because Alex, maybe you can relate on this end, right? When I was not in PT school, right, and I'm walking around the campus of Florida International University, and I saw those PT students over there, it was like, oh, like it was like I turned into a fanboy. You know what I mean? Okay, it's like I want to be them. Now they're just like, oh, I'm just in a PT grind, like, oh, and they're probably like, I want to be Greg Todd, right? Okay, so this is what I've realized is that if those people, if one of those students over there, if they had a blog, let's just say back then, I mean, I'm old guys, okay? but let's just say they had a blog and they were telling me about their story of getting into PT school, which was a dream of mine. Like those people are who I desire to be like. Maybe today, maybe one of you desire to be a successful entrepreneur like me. But it doesn't like what you have to understand is there's so many darn people in this world, and there's so many people that are aspiring to be like you, Chad, today.
Yeah.
Like where you're at today, they're aspiring to be like you. And I think that's one of the things that people miss is that they think that the gift is only if you can speak in front of hundreds, if not thousands of people, or the gift is only if you can like totally light up a room, or if you can sing or you can dance. Everybody's got a gift. The gift is in your story. That's the gift. That's the gift that we all have. Good, bad, it doesn't matter. That story resonates with a lot of people. You just have to, social media has allowed us to be able to find those people very easy. Make sense?
Greg, that is so deep, man. Thank you. I needed that this morning. Uh, I'm sure Chad feels the same, but man, I love your passion. I love your ability to find what someone needs and just deliver it with power. You have a real gift there, man. Thank you for sharing that with us.
I think at the end of the day, it's maybe that's physical therapy. I don't know. like maybe that is me seeing so many patients day after day, year after year, and not just treating them like an object. You know what I mean? Like getting to know people. And I think that's kind of like my mission is like trying to teach physical therapists how to do it like the way that has made me so fulfilled in this profession, which is like you have this opportunity every single day to like meet people, right? I mean, they're coming in to see you, right? Whether they like it or like they're coming to see you, right? They're actually even paying to see you, right? And you have this opportunity to get to know people, to see different backgrounds, see different cultures, see people at a low, and you have this opportunity to take them out of it through the skills that you learn. As an entrepreneur, Chad, you have this opportunity. Just think about it for a second. Because if you're going to be a successful entrepreneur, you're going to help a lot of people. There's no way around it, bro. You're going to help a lot of people if you're a successful entrepreneur. So you have this opportunity to meet people, to influence people, to solve a need for people, and change people's lives. Bro, how does that not get you guys fired up? I'm on like an hour and a half of damn sleep. I'm freaking fired up. That's like amazing that you could do that every single day Like, are you kidding me, bro? I mean, it's amazing, man. It's just absolutely amazing.
I love that. I love that. And I think for our listeners, one thing that really will help to accelerate your progress on your journey is by changing your mindset, changing what you're focusing on. Because, like Todd said, the more you help people, the more you're going to see the results that you think that you want to see in the short term and the long term. Now, those results you may get to the end result, and it may be something else that you're looking for. But look, change your mindset, change your viewpoint on what success is, and alter it to change the world, change people's perspective, help people to succeed in their life, and you'll see that success that you want. I think that that's the key takeaway that I'm getting from you, Greg, is that that you really do have to focus on the bigger picture, the bigger meaning of life.
It's always been a thing for me. I mean, look, I didn't know it back then. I was doing it like you guys ever read a book and like you're reading the book and you're like, I do that. You know what I mean? Like I do that. And then sometimes you're like, oh crap, I don't do that. But there's something that I think I've done for a long time, and I think this is kind of my secret sauce. You know, when I think about it, is that my focus has always been how can I make the person win, right? So so I realized like very quickly in physical therapy that by me spewing my knowledge and data and all that other stuff, like if I didn't connect with the person, they weren't going to come to me anyways. It didn't matter what I knew. Like they were going to see me anyway. So I had to figure out, okay, what do I need to do to get this patient to win? Okay. That I'm just talking from a physical therapy standpoint. All right.
Right.
Okay. Then now I end up becoming a self-employed physical therapist, and I build this clinic, right? From one employee to two to three to now 25 ish, 26. I don't know what the hell it is now. But basically I build it, and what I've been able to do is I've been able to every single day now, because now I'm not treating much anymore, right? Like I'll go in today, I'm gonna see one patient just because the lady I've seen for many years. But for the most part, I don't treat anymore. So now all I focus on is how can I get all 25 employees to win, each one individually. Okay. All right. Now let's take it a step further, because I'm now an online business owner as well, right? And I have courses. So how have I gotten my courses in 11 months to go from zero to what it is now? It's because my whole focus is on each student and saying, how can I get this person to win? Yesterday, I had one, two, three, four power calls with my group, my Smart Success PT group. We do 15-minute blocks of power calls now because there's so many people, right? But they're always amazed at how do you know my particular situation and that you just gave me something that I can particularly win in. I was like, because that's all I focus my efforts on. If you guys can figure that out, on how can I get, if you take all your energy and you say, okay, all I want to do is figure out how I can get this subset of people to win, you will win. You will win big. But if all you focus on is how I can get myself to win, you're going to lose all day. All day, you're going to lose.
There it is. And that's so freaking applicable to whatever it is you're doing. I don't care if you're treating patients, if you're helping people online, if you're building houses for people. Like that is so applicable to all aspects of life and relationships. You think about relationships, think about a marriage. If you're focused on helping your spouse win, or your kids, if you're focused on helping them win, like you are fulfilling your purpose on this planet, period.
The leader always eats last, but everybody makes sure the leader eats, baby.
That's
Just
right.
remember that.
That's right.
Right? Okay? I always eat last, but guess what? They always make sure I got food.
Yep.
They always got my back. I mean, you understand that? My family's always got my back because they know daddy's going to make sure everybody's good first, but they're going to make sure that daddy eats. My crew, my girls, a few guys I got in my office too, they always know GT's got our back, but they always make sure that they take care of me. I don't got to worry about anything. because I just focus my energy on other people, and I'll be fine. I'll be fine.
So, Greg, I want to shift real quick. We've talked about your success and how you've gotten there, your mindset, but I know everything hasn't been roses for you. Where do you feel like along the way you've failed? How do you overcome that? Let's start there. Where do you feel like you failed and how did you overcome that? Because the journey has not been all up for you. I'm sure of it.
No, it hasn't. Where have I failed? I mean, is this an 8-hour podcast? I mean, come on, what the hell? I mean,
Yeah.
there's a lot of times I failed. I fail all the time. I feel like where I fail the most is actually getting down on failures. Like I have no stories if I don't have any failures. Look, guys, nobody wants to hear. Well, I'm Chad and I'm 26 years old and everything's been perfect in life. Please buy my whatever because I make life perfect. Like, sorry, dude, you're gonna get a big fat zero. That's it. People want to see the comeback kid. People want to see the dude, the chick that fails and that figured out a way. Like that's how you figure stuff out. Like I'm sure like you couldn't have built the Golden Gate Bridge if you didn't like screw up like a little small bridge first. You know what I mean? Like seriously, like that's how it works. So I failed a lot.